In this video, I'm going to be showing how to link up images to your Excel spreadsheet in Lighthouse for CJ Pro. In the Lighthouse software, you can link up particular images within your label file to an Excel spreadsheet to allow you to modify what the images actually are, depending on which label you are looking to print from your spreadsheet. Before I set up the link and actually bring the image into my label file, I first of all need to prepare my spreadsheet. The layout of the spreadsheet itself is very important. The top row, starting from the very top left, must contain your column headers. In this case, I have the image column and the file path column. It's worth noting that only the file path column is the one that's actually required in order to link up an image. As you can see here, the actual cells themselves under the file path are the paths to the images that I would like to be printing. To find the file paths of the images that you would like to print, you have two choices. You can either use graphics from the clip art gallery, or you can use graphics off of your own computer. If you are looking to use graphics from the clip art gallery, return to your CJ Pro software, move your mouse over to Picture, click on this, and then click into your label. In this new menu that's appeared, down at the bottom, just next to Open, there is a button to open the clip art gallery. Choose this and the clip art gallery will then appear. From here, locate the images that you would like to print off using your Excel spreadsheet. In my case, I'll choose this arrow here. Once you have clicked on the image you would like to use, the file path is then displayed at the bottom just above where it says OK. You can then highlight this file path all the way, including the .wmf at the end. Right-click this and copy. Then return to your spreadsheet and paste it into the respective column. If you are looking to use images off of your own computer, it is a very similar routine. Simply locate the image using your Windows File Explorer like this, right-click the one you would like to use, and then choose the option Copy as Path. After choosing that, return to your spreadsheet and then paste in your file path into the correct cell. You can now see I have this file path here. When you then save your spreadsheet, it is important that it is saved in the correct file format in order to work correctly with the Lighthouse software. When you save your spreadsheet, make sure to choose the 97 to 2003 workbook, also known as the .xls file. From here you can then of course save it, and then close out, and then return to your CJ Pro software. If you still have your clip art gallery open, feel free to close this down and return to your label. At this stage I now need to create the Excel spreadsheet link from this software to then look at that database I created. To do this, I need to move my mouse up to Data, and then choose Database Access. From this menu here, I will choose Wizard and go through my options to set up my database link. For a more detailed explanation on setting up a database link, you can check out the video we have on that. For now, I'll go through it quite quickly. I will browse for the spreadsheet, which in my case is stored on my desktop. I'll then press Next. I would like to bring through all of my columns, so I'll choose Next again. I will choose I want to select what record to print, and also I will enter label quantity for each selected record, choose Next again, and then choose I will link the database fields to the objects myself later. Now press Finish, and the spreadsheet link is set up. I can close out of here and return to my label again. From this point, I just need to import a picture, but will now be linked up to the actual Excel spreadsheet. To do this, move your mouse over to the picture icon, but this time, instead of clicking on Picture, click on the small arrow just to the right. This will then display a few more options. The bottom one being Use Existing Variable. Hover your mouse over this, and you should see your column header for whichever column contains your file path. In my case, I called it File Path. Choose this, and then click into your label, and then your label file will bring through the first entry of your spreadsheet as the image to view here. You can then resize it as much as you need. When you are importing images through Excel, if they are varying sizes, you can modify how the software will treat those different sized images. To do this, you need to enter the properties, which is accessed by double left clicking on the image that you have just inserted. This will then bring up the graphics menu. Under the Detail tab, you can see that there are some options called Resize options. We have Do Not Resize, which will import the graphic as its original size, Proportional Resize, which will scale it up to fit the box that you've stretched, or Resize to Design Size. This acts very similarly to Proportional Resize, but it will also stretch your image. So Proportional Resize is usually the best option to go with. Choose OK. And now at this stage, I can go to Print. So I will choose Print. And just like any other label that's connected to a database, I need to select my records. From here, I can then choose the particular entries that I would like to print. So I would like to go with the up arrow, left, and down arrow. Press OK. Double check that my quantity is set to variable quantity. This means that it will print however many I have selected in here. I can then choose Preview, and down in the bottom right, I can press Next to cycle through the different images that I have imported.